Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with my good friend, the Lumberjack Landlord. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing awesome, Mike, and I'm super thrilled to talk about this topic. I know that we didn't really spend any time covering it. We don't cover it much, but I think it's so critical because I think that it really unearths mindsets in people that have to be changed if they want to attain wealth.
Absolutely. So we're going to try to get through 3 Dave Ramsey quotes in different videos because there may be one that hits you more than others. But the first one is this: debt is not a tool. It is a method to make banks wealthy, not you, Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey, who has said that. So what do you think? Debt is not a tool. It is a method to make banks wealthy, not you, the individual.
So there is a tool in that statement, but I think it's the guy making the statement, not the actual bank itself. I mean, that's just dumb. Like at the end of the day, that means that every way that venture capital approaches business is wrong. That means every startup that takes on any sort of investment is wrong. And it's just, that's not, everybody does that because leverage propels growth at a faster pace. Now, the issue is that if everybody were really super stupid like he was back in the 80s and did a bunch of short-term bridge loans.
90-day debt. Are you kidding me?
90-day debt. Like, you're a moron.
Yeah.
Because again, what we are preaching is 30-year fixed rate debt. That means that when you wake up tomorrow, if rates are 9, doesn't matter. If you wake up tomorrow and rates are 15, doesn't matter. If you wake up tomorrow and your asset is now worth half what it used to be, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's about payment and cash flow. And so if you're putting yourself out there to highly leverage yourself with a short-term turnaround, then quite frankly, you are gambling. You are not investing. It's like borrowing on margin to get into a stock even deeper. And some guys win, but there's a lot more that lose, and you're likely going to lose. But if you're getting that 30-year fixed rate debt that does not move, inflation only helps you.
Yeah.
It only helps you. Your wage inflation then only helps you. Your rents going up only help you. Be in an asset.
Yeah. How much?
Inflation helps you. Go ahead.
You have 30-year debt, and you've seen rental increases of a couple $100, $300, $400 in your houses. Yes. How much does your mortgage payment go up?
Almost zero. Only taxes and insurance continue to increase in price. So it's basically zero.
Yeah. The actual interest in payment on the debt does not move.
Zero. It does not move.
Ever.
It does not ever.
Your rent could double.
Yes. Mike, my rents have doubled in the last 10 years.
Exactly.
That's not an if scenario. They have.
Right.
And my mortgage payments haven't.
Yeah. Exactly.
They haven't. They haven't. And even the commercial debt that I got back in early 2010, 11, 12, even that commercial debt on larger buildings, that was 6 to 7.5%.
Yeah.
Now it's 3.75. I'm still getting 3.75 on commercial 25-year amortized loans.
That's crazy. So yeah, when I see quotes like this, I try to put myself in the person's shoes. And if you don't want to call it a tool, I'm fine with that. But that means I'm going to call it a weapon. Debt's a weapon. And with like all weapons, right? Whether it's a gun or, if you see the karate movies and all those other things, if you don't know how to use a weapon, it's going to hurt you, or it's going to hurt someone you know. But if you learn how to use it,
that's right.
It provides protection. It provides, if you don't want to call it a tool, then call it a weapon. Debt is something. And everybody I know that's amassed 7 figures in net worth or more uses debt, right? They use debt. It is a turbocharger to wealth creation.
How often do you and I, because you and I talk about this kind of often off camera, how often do you look at your PFS, your personal financial statement, and look at how much I'm worth?
Never. The only time I ever do is when I have to fill it out.
Once a year when we have to do it. Exactly. Yeah. And there's the thing about that is that I talk to a lot of guys in our positions, and you talk to a lot of your millionaire experts. None of us look at it that way.
No.
Any of us. We all look at one thing and one thing only, and our focus is in one thing, which is what is my monthly nut and what is my cash flow to crush my monthly nut? And then what risks are there that I might need to account for that could affect me being able to cover the monthly nut?
Yeah. So again, I disagree with Mr. Dave Ramsey. I do think debt's a tool. If you want to call it something else, so be it. Again, debt can make you wealthy or it can crush you. It can force you into bankruptcy. When you take on lots of flips with 90-day debt, it will. I have this promise and this promise alone. If you have 90-day debt on flips, you will eventually lose. It's like a casino. Your hot streak will end and you will go bankrupt. Even though you own 4 million in property and 3 million in debt, like Dave Ramsey did, you will go bankrupt because the debt structure will kill you. So how can people follow you, Matt? We got 2 more quotes to try to get to.
Sounds good. Lumberjacklandlord.com, Lumberjack Landlord on YouTube. And we will be doing an 11:30 Eastern live stream this coming Sunday and likely every Sunday thereafter for at least the month of September.
That's going to be awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate it.